welcome to the program. We are here today to promote Orion Township community programs. I'm here with my guest, Evelyn Doyle, our certified Tai Chi instructor. Welcome.
Thank you.
Well, so you've been instructing Tai Chi for many years?
Yes, I have. I've been instructing at our old senior center. I did instruct at the OPC, and now I'm instructing here. I teach beginners and advanced Tai Chi. Looking forward to having anybody out there that watches this, that gets intrigued by this, to come and try it. I've also suggested that you might want to come and see one session and then decide if that's for you. We work on balance, we work on core, strength, we work to relax muscles in your body, straighten your back so that you take the tension off your back. We work the thigh muscles. This is the guy that's going to do the most of the work, is your thigh muscle. You're going to get big thigh, well, not big, but you're going to develop thigh muscles and calf muscles. Those are the two muscles we really have to work on. Have had, doctors are now prescribing Tai Chi for heart patients. It's arthritis, heart patients, balance. One of the biggest things we do is balance. If your balance is not good, we work on balance. Start off holding onto a chair and practicing lifting one leg and standing there and putting that leg down and holding onto the chair and then lifting the other leg up and moving. We start slowly. It takes time.
That's fantastic.
It's a good program for seniors. Yeah. It's a good program for anybody.
Yeah, seems like we need to get the word out to everybody.
I would like to.
Yeah.
I truly would. Beside having, getting to know the people in my class, I know that I'm sharing something that is for the good. Yeah. You're never too young to start doing Tai Chi, and as long as you can move at all, you're never too old to get some benefit out of it.
Great. Well, would you mind showing us some of your techniques?
I would love to show you the form.
Absolutely, great.
What I'm going to show you is what we call the form. This is Tai Chi Yang style. Just come on a journey with me. Try to relax and just get into the mood of it. That is the first third. That is the beginning that the new students will learn. It's going to take more than 3 months to learn that. There is a lot of balance involved in that. In the beginning, My feet start in a V. I'm bending my knees, and now all my weight is on my right leg so that I can step out. And now I'm in what we call a shoulder width position. I'm balanced to either side here. I'm going to take that and change and go 100 on my left and come 100 on my right, and then step forward. And this is your first defensive posture. What you might not know is this is also a martial art. Again, I'm 100 on my left leg. I'm going to step with my right. This very benign looking move, done in the form of martial art, is I am taking who on my opposition, I'm pushing them away by the shoulder, I'm coming back and I'm pressing into their chest to push them away from me. There's a balancing 100. You might be able to see that I am kind of smacking somebody with my right hand. This is a pivot and strike. And now while I'm 100 on my right leg, I'm going to step over. I'm blocking a kick. Opening. And this is what I call break their arm. Because if you have an arm in here between my arms, I'm pushing against the elbow and the wrist in the opposite ways and breaking the arm. It is done smoothly, gently, and it is all relaxing the body. There's martial art to it, but we're doing it for the grace of it. We're doing it for the peace of it. There's a great deal of peace that comes with doing this form in these very slow movements. Just would like to see if anybody would like to come to the class and check us out, see how you like it, see if we can interest you into trying it. Shoulders are relaxed. Mind is relaxing. Slowly thinking about what you're doing. This also builds new brain synapses. It's good for seniors to help with memory. I hope you'll come and join us. We have classes starting April 2nd in the daytime, 11:15 and 12:45, I believe. Yep. And then Thursday evening for anybody that's working and can't make it on a Tuesday.
That's great. And those start at 5:30 p.m. and run till 6:30 p.m. They're either 15-week classes or 14-week classes. Come check us out at the Orion Center, which is located at 1335 Joslin Road, Lake Orion, Michigan. Thank you very much, Evelyn.
You're welcome. I enjoy doing Tai Chi very much.
Stay tuned for more right after this.
Orion Township Community Programs invites area families to the 4th Annual Growing Green Expo on Wednesday, March 20th from 1 to 7 p.m. Vendors will be stationed throughout the Orion Center offering information on green products, career opportunities, energy efficiency, greening your home, organic gardens, and parks and trails. Parking and admission is free to the public. That's the Growing Green Expo at the Orion Center, Wednesday, March 20th from 1 to 7 p.m. For more information, call 248-391-0304 extension 305 or visit oriontownship.org.
Hello and welcome back from our break to another session here of Healthy, Wealthy, and Wise. My name is Karen Knox and I'm the director of the library at Orion Township. And with me today I have a guest, Bob Hazzard, and we all just refer to him as Dr. Bob. And he's going to tell us a little bit about some computer classes that we have here at the library in the Orion Center. And for those of you who didn't know, we do have a branch of the library. It's associated with the main library that's on Joslyn Road, north of Clarkston Road. We have a small branch here at the Orion Center as well, and it's located on the lower level of the Orion Center. And it is open 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. And in that Orion Center branch, we have mostly large print materials, a lot of large print books that are available, as well as audiobooks. There's also an ongoing paperback swap going on at the library all the time, and we have computers in the library. And on the computers in there, we do offer computer classes. When there's no classes going on, the computers are open for use for anyone to come in and use. We have a printer in there and internet access. And on certain days of the week, Dr. Bob offers computer classes. So welcome, Dr. Bob, to our program. How are you today?
I'm doing okay.
Awesome. So can you tell us a little bit about the computer classes that you offer?
Yes, right now we have 3 different computer classes that we're offering. We have a beginner's class. That is a very structured class. It's 1 hour a week for 5 weeks. And we do pretty much the same thing with each person as we go through this class. So at the end of the 5 weeks, they know how to use the mouse. They know how to use all of the buttons on the mouse, which many people don't.
Right.
They know about vertical and horizontal scroll bars. They know about double clicking and when to single click. They know about drag and drop. They've played some games like solitaire. So usually we start them out with solitaire. They don't realize they're using the computer and using the mouse because they're more concerned with getting that card where it should be.
Right, right.
So that was the beginning class. Then we go into another class, if they're willing to go on further. It's called Beyond the Basics.
Okay.
And basically it is a class that is student directed. They decide what they want to know. They come in with a list. We ask them specifically, come in with a list. I work with 2 people at a time, 1 on each side so they don't fight. They bring in their list, and usually the person on the left learns something from the questions from the person on the right, and vice versa. It could be as simple as, why do I have all these icons on my laptop?
Right.
To, I want to build my own website. And I have 3 students who have their own websites.
Really?
Two of them are commercial websites. They have one is a cake baker, and the other one is a professional photographer.
Wow.
They needed websites, so we sat down and designed websites together.
So you helped them from nothing build up
from nothing to build up to that point.
Wow, that's wonderful.
So we also have a third area, and that's what I call specialty classes.
Okay.
The original specialty class that I came up with was based on the number of people asking me, how do you make labels?
Labels,
Usually around October, November, they wanted to do Christmas labels, mailing labels. So we took it a little bit further. We're saying, well, there's more than just mailing labels. There's return address labels. Did you know that you can make business cards? That's technically a label, even though it's not sticky on the back.
Right.
Those kinds of things. Oh, yeah, wait a minute, let me think about it. And I even mentioned there's one label that is 8.5 by 11.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure what anybody would do with anything that big.
Right.
But an 8.5 by 11 label would stick someplace very well. So right now, the classes that I'm doing most often, and the class that is most interesting, I think, is the image editing class.
Oh, wow.
And I think it's primarily because they can see instant gratification.
Okay.
2 or 3 clicks and they've accomplished something.
Okay.
Rather than, if you want to learn Word, well, you got to put something into it, and you got to do a little thing with changing the font and the size and so on. It takes a while before you say, oh yeah, that looks kind of nice. With the imaging class, bang.
Right.
Now, one of the things that I'm very concerned about is cost.
Sure.
Dolores, our librarian down there says my middle name is never pays retail, and sometimes it's always free.
Okay.
So I always look for software that's free.
Okay.
There is a great package called Picasa. Some people have already used it on their own. It's offered by Google.
Okay.
And almost every time I look at it, they've added something new and different.
Okay.
So what I'd like to do is I'd like to go through a few of the examples to show you how easy it is to use, and maybe get some people interested in saying, oh yeah, I've got one woman who said she's got a whole drawer full of camera cards.
Wow.
Because she doesn't know what to do with them.
I was going to say, so do they already know how to download
That's
from their
all
camera?
part of the class.
That's all part of the
Yep,
class.
it's how do you download it, and we show them not one way but 3 ways to download them.
Okay.
The different
All
ways
right.
of doing it. Picasa is very forgiving. It will go out and find all the pictures on their computers. Many of them have
Great.
pictures that they've saved and they've never seen
They don't know
again.
where they are.
Right.
Okay.
So let me show you what this
Sure.
looks like.
That's great.
The screen is it's a resident program. It's on the computer, and it's broken into 3 different parts. On the left-hand side will be a list of all of the folders that you have available. This is a new computer. I only have 2 folders, but as many folders as are necessary, and it does scroll up and down. The larger section in the center here will show the current album that's been selected, and the sizes of these images can be adjusted so you have larger, smaller, whatever you need to see what you want to do. Down below, there's a number of functions that will handle multiple pictures. For example, you can pick a whole bunch of your pictures and print them all at one time.
Cool.
So let me just show you some of the features. Here's a picture. Obviously, that's not real. A fireplace that's built that way. It's my fireplace. I wouldn't let them do that. So a quick little flip, it's taken care of.
Wow, okay.
But it's leaning to the right. If you
Yes,
notice,
it
it's
is.
a
The
slight
picture's a
lean to
little-
the right. So there is a straightening option. We click on that. We get a little scroll bar here, and we can go left,
Oh my goodness,
right,
look at that.
get it centered, and we can say apply. It's done.
Okay.
Here's a picture right here. I love the tree.
Wow.
These are my 2 friends who aren't looking at my tree, they're looking at some other tree. This was taken in Orion Oaks, and what I wanted to do is I wanted to crop it. So
Okay.
there is a cropping tool, and one thing I can do is just draw, draw the rectangle, adjust it, high, low, make sure it's centered. See how it
Wow,
looks?
look how quick
That's
that
cool.
is. That's very cool.
And then I can say,
Apply.
that's good, apply it.
Wow.
So we've got some other ones. Typically, people will take pictures that are too dark and they'll toss them
Yes.
immediately. All
Yeah,
right.
the sunlight's wrong on it or something.
Yeah, we have some things we can do here is we can lighten them up.
Oh, look at that.
Okay. We also have the ability with pictures that are too dark, too light rather, like this one, you can see stuff in
Okay.
the background.
Right, but
Okay.
you can't really see what's there.
Well, I could tell you what's there. Oops, I lost it here. If I lightened it, you can see it's not very interesting. It's my
right,
porch.
right, okay.
But what we do is we add some shadows, and we get rid of the stuff in the
look at
background,
that.
and also enhance,
that's a cool
enhance
picture.
the flowers.
Okay, well that looks like a really easy program to use, Dr. Bob.
It is. It's a simple program to use, instant gratification. Immediately, people are saying, I can relate to these pictures. I've got a whole bunch of them that do the same thing.
Right, well that's really cool. So they'll bring some of these pictures, learn how to make different edits to them,
That's
and then
right.
they can share them with their family and
That's
friends.
right. They
get 'em
also
printed.
provide an online database for you, no ads. You can put all of your pictures up online.
Wow.
About 1,000 pictures they can accommodate. And you can tell people, here's the address, go look at it, rather than trying to email a bunch of pictures to
Right,
people.
oh yeah, that would make it a lot easier. Very good. So people can sign up for these classes in the library?
They can if they call 248-693-6840
Okay.
and get on there. We have a next class. It's going to be in May,
Okay.
on May 9th. I handle 4 people at a time for that class, so we try to get as many as we can in and through it.
Awesome, great. Well, thank you so much for sharing that
Thank you.
information with us, and perhaps we'll see some of you at the library one day soon. Thank you.
Please remember that CFL bulbs, those curly, energy-efficient light bulbs everybody is using to save electricity, shouldn't be thrown away in your trash. Neither should batteries or home medical sharps. You can check with your local community to see where they can be recycled. Some retailers will allow you to bring them in for recycling. You can also order simple kits online that allow you to collect your recyclables and simply mail them away to be properly recycled. This green tip was brought to you by your friends at Waste Management.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this portion of Healthy, Wealthy, and Wise. Today we have Lisa Sokol here as our special guest. We're going to talk about the new Orion Center and specifically about the exercise room. Welcome to our program, Lisa.
Thanks, George.
How about tell us a little bit about the new Orion Center? Just a little bit about the center, and then we'll talk a little bit more about the exercise room.
The Orion Center has been open since May of 2012. We opened in the spring, and we had our open house in June. So we have been having people come in on a daily basis as new members to the Orion Center and also participate in Parks and Recreational program that we have on site as well.
Great. How's the membership growing? Is it growing quite a bit
now?
Yeah,
it's been growing significantly. We were probably around 100 members and we're over about 500 now, so
Terrific.
That's all good.
Oh, that's great. Tell us a little bit about, if you can, about, we're going to talk today mostly about the exercise room, but I know that's a big attraction here. Can you tell us a little bit about the exercise room and what goes on down there?
We've opened the exercise room. It's been open for probably almost a month. We opened it January 1st and had some initial registration come through in January. We have probably over 100 members now that are using the exercise room. The room was funded with community block grant funds, and that came through Oakland County, so we had about probably $47,000 that came in to purchase 5 Nordic Track treadmills, 5 Nordic Track exercise bikes, and then we also had purchased earlier 10 pieces of resistance equipment that are also in the room.
Great. And I assume a lot of people are now using those pieces of equipment.
They are. And to be able to use the exercise room, because federal funds were used, you have to be 62 years of age or older, or you would be someone who has a disability of some type. It could be a visual disability, you're on Social Security for a disability. So people would just come in and meet with us if they're in a disability capacity, and then we qualify them to be able to use the facility.
Okay, well, so I guess almost anybody could be on a disability, right? No, I'm just kidding. Tell us a little bit about the equipment itself. Now, you've got the Nordic Track. You said you had a Nordic Track treadmill. Is there anything special about that treadmill that you can tell us about? Yep,
the treadmills, we actually do with members, they would come in and view an overview of the exercise room and how all the equipment is used. So with the treadmill specifically, there's a safety device that you can clip on, and as you enter onto the Nordic Track piece of equipment, you're going to stand on 2 side areas where the track walkway is. You can put your hands on the top of the bar that has the main controls, and there'll be a on and off switch on there. There's an area that allows the treadmill to give you some resistance for going up as if you're walking on an incline or a decline.
Great.
And it'll also allow that on the Nordic Track, you're able to, currently we're looking at the Nordic Track bikes, and this is our bike system, where you're able to move the resistance on the machine and increase it higher or lower as you're pedaling on our Nordic Track bicycles. So what you're viewing on the screen at this time is the control panel that would show you both of the Nordic Track bikes and the Nordic Track treadmills. This is the bike that is on. And they will have iPod compatibility, so that if you want to listen to music by bringing an iPod with you or a MP3 player, you're able to clip those in so you're able to hear the music while you're exercising.
Oh, that's terrific. Now, I noticed, do you have televisions in the room as well, right?
We have televisions in the room. We have sanitization areas where you can clean off the equipment before and after you use it. There's wipes that you can use, and there's also antibacterial
Right.
things that you can use on your hands.
Now tell us about this this resistance equipment that you've picked up.
There are 10 pieces of resistance equipment. Essentially, most of them are done in a seated or a standing position. So there would be different types of equipment that exercise your legs, abdominals, shoulders, arms. You can do curls on some of the machines. You would do crossover types of things where you're essentially crossing left to right to exercise upper shoulders. There'll be machines that exercise your legs. That'll allow you to do leg curls and lifts to get resistance on all the muscles in your legs. Machines that'll allow you to lift and pull down to exercise your upper shoulders. And again, different parts of the body that will include your stomach muscles, pushing with your legs. All of these are based on trying to create resistance,
right,
so that you're exercising the muscle and then relaxing it, and then exercising and relaxing. Some of them will be standing, using legs to push back and forward to have muscular workout on those types of things. We also have resistance bands that are at the center that will allow you to do upper and lower body exercises, stretches, using a variety of 3 different widths or strength of resistance bands. There are a lot of safety functions. There's an AED machine, there's a first aid kit, there's a wheelchair in the facility. So there's the opportunity that if there should be an emergency or someone should fall, there's a phone in the room so that contact can be made, and we have someone that is directly across the hall at the main desk across from the exercise room.
So safety is a primary concern,
Safety is a primary concern, and that's part of what we try and do with an introductory video so that everyone can learn how to properly use the equipment, how to dismount, how to mount onto it.
Now what's required to join the health club?
You would have a membership, and there is no cost at this point for a membership to the Orion Center for people age 55 and older. There is not a fee for that. You can come in and sign up. And then if you're interested in using the exercise room, there's a resident fee. So if you're an Orion Township resident, $5. If you're a non-resident, it's $10 per month. And you can sign up for a single month, multiple months. If you're a snowbird, you can sign up and then not sign up and come back and start up again.
That's
pretty
great.
Flexible.
But a non-Orion resident would pay a little bit higher fee than somebody else.
Yes, they do.
Okay, can you tell us a little bit more about, let's say, the rest of the center? I mean, we've pretty much covered everything that I think that we want to talk about in terms of the exercise room. Is there any other special areas in the building that contribute to health and wellness?
There are a couple other areas. We have a wellness yoga dance room with a wooden floor.
Okay.
We do Tai Chi, Zumba. We do yoga classes, hatha yoga classes. We have some different other programs that are offered in that room, and we're continuing to build programming. And then we hope to, in the future, have a wellness center that we would partner with a local hospital or a local clinic, and they would bring additional medical support to us. Might be blood pressure checks or special testing that might happen, or they'd bring speakers that are in the medical and wellness fields on nutrition, diabetes, Alzheimer's support, those types of things.
Right. And I notice you also have a game room down there. You,
Yep.
I come in once in a while and we see people playing cards and maybe shooting pool and doing activities like that. Can you tell us a little bit about what you have there?
Yep, we have game activities, the pool table that was donated to us. We have a game table that was also donated that has 9 different types of game boards that are on that specific thing. There's puzzle tables. We do bingo on Tuesday. We have card groups 2 or 3 days a week, and also in the evening. So there's a lot of opportunity to come and play, and we're going to be doing some family game nights as well.
Are these activities pretty well attended, like let's say bingo and those types of
we
things?
have probably 20 to 25 people that attend a morning session or evening session of
That's
bingo.
great.
Yeah.
Well, we kind of got to wrap up this segment, but we certainly want to appreciate everybody watching, and we would hope that you would come and visit us here at the Orion Center, and specifically check out the new exercise room. It's a fabulous facility, and we thank you very much for watching. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.